everybody. We're so excited to welcome all our little friends back here in the Children's Ministry Wing. Our volunteers are all in place and they have been trained in our new safety policies. We have an acrylic barrier here for you. What you will do when you come up to the desk is you will give the code to the volunteer that's behind the desk, and they will type it in for you and print out your tag there and hand it to you under this little slot right there. We are asking that only one adult and only the child that will be going down this wing come into this center right here. We do have it open for birth to all the way through 3-year-olds, so we're excited to see you come back. We also are excited that they're coming, and you will be able to find online this brochure, which is all of our procedures that we have. Our well policy procedure will be in there, so you will know that we do still follow those guidelines about no fever, no rashes, no eye infections of things or coughing or sick. Also, if your child or you have been exposed to the COVID virus directly, we ask that you take a 2-week sabbatical from us. We'll miss you terribly, but we know you'll be right back with us. We do want to tell you there will be no social distances in these classrooms down here. Our volunteers are trained and they will have on masks working with the children. And there won't be any interacting with other classes. The 2-year-olds will stay with the 2-year-olds at all times, as what the policies are for the school systems and the daycare centers. We also ask that one parent only come for pickup, not the whole family, not other children, and not another adult. We have Lisa and Francis are going to talk to you now about some other safety precautions we're taking, and we know it's going to be a great experience for you. Thank you.
Hi there. I wanted to let everybody know, as you get ready to enter our children's wing, we are going to be asking that you have a temperature check. That is for the adult that is assisting the child down the hallway, as well as sanitizing once you are entering the hallway. We will be opening the door for you, and the person standing here taking your temperature will be wearing a shield or be behind a shield of some sort. If you have any questions, please go ahead and ask any of us.
Hi, so once you come down the halls and come to the preschool rooms, you will first come to the 3-year-old classroom. So we have nurseries available for the children through birth all the way up through the 3-year-old class. And so your children who have been coming to the 2 and 3-year-old classes will go to the same classrooms. Now there may be situations where there's a really low number and a higher number in another class. We might do some combining or such. So just be aware if there's a note on the door to say that we'll be using the other classrooms, you'll know where to go. But we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. In our initial phase opening, that we will just be going to the age 3 children. Now, I want you to be able to come in and think about your children. Now, when you drop them off, we ask that only one parent come with you, with the child down the hall, and not come into the room. And of course, now there may be some separation anxiety there. There always is some of the children who are a little bit sad on that day that they're separated from their parents. But we have found that a quick drop off is usually the best. So our volunteers are really good about distracting the children and coming and showing the toys, and those tears quickly go away. But we do have that number on their check-in label that will be on their back. So if that number needs to be called, we'll buzz you during the service hour. So make sure you have your phone on vibrate and have it accessible so you can see if you are needed. We've never had that happen usually, but just in case, we want you to be aware of that and to make sure that the number that you want to be called is the same one that you have in our planning center. So you might want to check on that too. But when they come in, you'll see things a little bit differently. We've really tried to make it easy to be able to clean the room when the children leave. Now you understand that there will not be social distancing. With 3-year-olds and 2-year-olds, with toddlers, you can't keep them apart. So we're going to have playing together. But as much as possible, we have separated the centers so that there will be some space in between. So there'll be different things they can play with, but there are also things that can be cleaned after they leave and put out again for the next week. You will notice that I have put on this table some of the Sunday school papers that we use. This is just the coloring sheet that we have in our curriculum, and I have been sending these to your home for the 2s and 3-year-olds. So if you have decided to be a part of our nursery hour, we will continue to give those to them here, and we won't be mailing to their houses. But if you say, this is not going to work out for me right now, and I want you to continue sending them to the house, we'll do that too. So contact me by email, by phone, or whatever, and I will put your name on the mailing list. And if you don't, then we will hand out their papers during the Sunday school or that children's church hour that you will be in the worship service during the 11 o'clock service. And you will notice we have boxes there, and we have their crayons in there, and what we're going to do is label these with each child's name so that they will have the same crayons to use week after week, and that way we know that those don't have to be clean. We are asking that you don't bring toys from home. That might not be a good idea. We'll have plenty for them to play with here. We will be using their cubbies like we usually do to put their papers in, and so you can do that. Now remember too that having the snacks is not going to be a very good idea during our time here, so I want you to be sure your children have had that good breakfast before they come and they're not hungry. That'll get them through the hour because we won't be serving snacks here. There will be opportunity to go out on the playground if the weather's nice. But what we're doing is dividing up that hour into 2 parts so that the 2-year-olds can go out during the half of the hour and the 3-year-olds can go out during the rest of the hour so that they're not on the playground at the same time. Let's see if I've forgotten out here anything that you might need to know. We are saying that if your child has had an exposure, a direct exposure to someone with the coronavirus, that they remain isolated from our program for the 2 weeks following that. Otherwise, we are really looking forward to seeing them. We hope that you will be joining us whenever you feel comfortable, and be assured that we're doing all we can to make your child safe. Hope to see you later.
Hi again. I just wanted to go over some of the nursery details. We're going to, after you take your temperature, you sanitize your hands and come on down the children's wing. We will be asking that the parent that's dropping off stop here to hand their child and their bag over the gate instead of coming into the room, along with making sure that your child's bag is small and minimum. We have cubbies inside of our rooms that we will show you in just a second that only will handle a smaller bag, so that will make it easier that the kids will not pull them off the shelf as well. We'll go on inside the room. Everything is minimized now, and the carpets are going to be clean. We have the cushions for the chairs out being sanitized right now, and we're going to sanitize every toy after the sessions. So we'll go on into the room so you can take a look. We have the cubbies right here. You see the size of the cubbies. A small backpack would fit in it, or a small diaper bag, or if you just want to bring a diaper with your child's name on it and a wipe, that is fine. We have the toys, the changing table. As you can tell, we have the gloves and the Clorox wipes for changing diapers and wiping down the changing table afterwards. We have minimum toys. They're all hard surface toys that will be sprayed down and wiped after each of the children have played with them. And again, snacks, we're asking that the parents bring any of the water that the child's going to be drinking, and we will be snack free from this point forward so that children do not share snacks.